What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Universal Sports, coming from my live, undisclosed location in the Southern California. Hey, you know how we do it. I'm about to give my post-fight thoughts on that Yordenis Ugas versus Manny Pacquiao fight, and I scored this fight 118 to 110 on my scorecard for Yordenis Ugas. I was nervous because, as you know, in boxing, we see a lot of like controversial decisions, and I was like, when they say unanimous decision, I'm like, please don't rob this man. Please don't rob this man. Please don't rob this man. When they announced it for Yordenis Ugas, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Yordenis Ugas, I was so happy. I was like, yes, okay. But I scored this fight 118 to 110 on my scorecard. Honestly, I can only in good faith, give Manny Pacquiao only 2 rounds. And that was the first and the third rounds of the fight. The rest of the fight, I had Ugas winning. And obviously, if you look at the tail of the tape, Manny Pacquiao stands at 5'5.5" with a 67-inch reach, and Yordenis Ugas stands at 5'9" with a 69-inch reach. But to me, it looked like Ugas was obviously the much bigger man in the fight. I mean, he kept Manny Pacquiao at bay. I think during the fight they said that 86% of the fight was at distance, and that played in Ugas' hands because obviously, I can say from like the third round on or the fourth round on, Ugas adjusted to Manny Pacquiao's speed because obviously in the first 3 rounds, Ugas was having trouble with the timing of Manny Pacquiao because, you know, Manny Pacquiao does have an ambush style and he comes in 1, 2, 3 and pops back out. 1, 2, 3 pops back out, and it's hard. He's very difficult to time, but I really believe once Ugas got the timing down, he had no problem. And obviously, the only thing Ugas did wrong was and let me ask you guys this: was the third warning what's that third warning for that in the 4th round for the low blow, or legit low blow? I thought it was on the belt line. I thought it was a borderline shot, but I think Russell Mora was being a little ticky tacky, but he did a good job overall refereeing the fight. But obviously, you know, Manny had his moments in the fight, but he just couldn't deal with the jab of Yordenis Ugas. I mean, he controlled the fight from the 4th round on. I mean, I didn't check my scorecard here. Obviously, I gave you Manny Pacquiao the 1st round, Ugas the 2nd round, Pacquiao the 3rd round, and from the 4th round on, I gave it to Yordenis Ugas. And obviously, Ugas' jab was giving Manny Pacquiao problems. And some of the rounds, I think Ugas hurt Manny Pacquiao. I mean, we talked about going into this fight, well, I heard online and from different people that, you know, Ugas doesn't have power. I mean, you know, he doesn't have the power for Manny Pacquiao to respect. But obviously, Ugas was keeping Manny Pacquiao at bay. So, I mean, Ugas did a good job throughout the fight and controlling through the jab, controlling distance, using the ring. And obviously, being 5'9", I mean, obviously on the tail of the tape, his reach isn't that much bigger than Manny Pacquiao's, but his height and reach was giving Manny Pacquiao problems and throughout the whole fight, and Manny Pacquiao just couldn't get it going. Now, to be fair and to be honest with you, let's give Manny Pacquiao some credit because he took this fight on 11 days' notice. I mean, most people wouldn't even fought a guy like Yordenis Ugas because that was a dangerous fight coming in. I mean, I was telling people in my personal life that Ugas has a chance against Manny Pacquiao. I mean, Manny Pacquiao is 42 years old. I mean, let's give Pacquiao some credit. At age 42 years old, he did fight Yordenis Ugas. Most fighters at that age would have just take like celebrity fights or take an easy way out. Pacquiao fought a prime fighter, a prime younger fighter. Ugas is only 35 years old. That's no spring chicken in itself, but let's give Pacquiao some credit. Now, I don't want to keep this video going too long because, you know, I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to go to bed pretty soon. But I would like to see. Ugas said in his post-fight interview that he wants to fight the other champions. Now, we know that Errol Spence is injured with the detached retina. And the only reason why Ugas got the fight with Manny Pacquiao in the first place. But we got to remember, Ugas' opponent, Ugas was going to be on that card, so he was in shape. And his opponent got hurt, Fabian Maidana. I think he had a bad cut under his right eye. So It just that fate. It was just destined for Ugas to get that fight, and I was like, good for Ugas because I mean, he's one of those guys that you root for in boxing that will probably never get the big chance, and because of what happened to Earl Spence, unfortunately, Ugas was able to get the fight of the lifetime and add Manny Pacquiao onto his resume. So obviously, with Earl Spence being probably gone for like a year, maybe a year and a half with a detached retina, I mean, it depends to get well soon, Earl Spence. The only fighter with the belt that's left is Terrence Crawford. We've been hearing rumors that he may fight Sean Porter, but if I was doing this Ugas, I'll try to go to my handlers, try to make a fight with Terrence Crawford and see I can get the get a WBO title shot. But tell me what you guys think about the fight. I think Manny Pacquiao should retire. I mean, it was a great career overall for him. But tell me what you guys think about the fight and what you think Manny Pacquiao and Yordenis Ugas should do next. It's your boy, Mr. Universal Sports, signing out. Have a good night.